Hey everybody, how's it going? We're back with another 565 race video, this time versus the Labyrinth of Legends Star-Lord. You can see that there, Blade took the lead for about 1 millisecond as he got the first blood on Star-Lord with that parry, but Medusa quickly shoots up. Stark Enhanced Spider-Man has yet to land a hit because he's building up his poise charges. Now Medusa's already got the Armor Shatter on, she's hitting for much harder, she's critting for 6,000 damage with 6 Furies now. And Blade's starting to get into it too, putting those bleeds on, but this is definitely not an ideal matchup for Blade. In fact, it's a terrible matchup for him. He doesn't have danger sense at all, so this is Blade in a bare bones sort of format. You know, he probably would have been better off with different synergies, but we're kind of trying to just replicate what a real life scenario might be. You know, maybe someone might put suicide. I don't want to hear anything about suicides in the comments. We know the Blade and Medusa both do better with suicides on, but we're just not doing. The people who have these champions don't run suicide mastery, so that's just it, and a lot of people don't. But anyway, Medusa is firmly in the lead right now, but Stark Enhanced Spider-Man is catching up, and he just takes her right now. It looks like he's hitting for slightly more damage every hit. And he's critting for a lot more often. Medusa's reduced crit rate over compared to Spider-Man is not helping. So we've got in first place Spider-Man, Medusa's next, and followed by Blade. Now Spider-Man in this video is taking advantage of the unlimited parry ability that he has when he paired with Miles Morales in Labyrinth of Legends. Limber is not affected by this mastery, or this synergy, it seems like. So he's going to have Star-Lord pretty pinned down the entire fight and not being very stingy at all with those parries. So it was something that I wanted to try. This is my Spider-Man, and I wanted to try to do the parry just because, you know what, it was actually a long fight, and it was taking multiple tries to get that one-shot kill on Star-Lord. And I think thanks to CTJ and Dorito as well for going the multiple tries to get their kills on Star-Lord as well. But you can see Blade is definitely lagging big time. He's already at 185 hits and 2 minutes and 30 seconds in. He's just barely under 90% health. So it's not an ideal matchup for him at all. But we've got a pretty ideal matchup for Medusa, to be honest. She's doing really good. She's not keeping up with Spider-Man, but she's not too far behind him at the same time, and she's able to keep that armor shatter up. And also I noticed when I was watching these videos that Medusa was getting quite a bit more evasion out of their Star-Lord, so it was just an RNG thing. But you know, that's the way of the game. The game is RNG based, but it's a good one. And I just really wanted to show something different because the first time we did it versus Red Hulk, and Red Hulk seems to have some sort of bug versus Medusa. When Armor Shatter is up, she's actually doing reduced damage when those heat charges on, and even her crits are being reduced by like 75%. So there was something definitely going on with the crit damage and Medusa on Red Hulk. So I just want to do some other scenarios here. So we got a different scenario, and this is definitely, we got the class advantage with Medusa. But at the same time, she just can't keep up with Spider-Man. I think with Suicide Mastery, she would pass him, but if Spider-Man threw the Suicides on too, he'd be doing pretty well. You know, so who knows what the actual best case scenario for every champion is. It's quite hard, but maybe we can explore those sort of options later on. So we're 4 minutes in. Blade is still he's not even close to he's barely put a dent into Star-Lord. This should show everybody, you know, that Blade is not, there's a lot of nerf talk about Blade, and Blade is definitely not the best champion for every scenario. It's strictly a sustainability and an alliance war sort of thing. So I just wanted to make that clear. Like, you know, people calling for a nerf, you know, this is going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot of potions for him to get through Labyrinth if you don't have any other options besides Blade. You know, there's quite a few fights where there's bleed immune non-hero champions, or non-villain champions. So you're just going to have to work on that. But let's see, we've got the same synergies as the last video, And Blade's spamming that special 2. Medusa's keeping that armor shatter up. Spider-Man's spamming those special 2s with the parries constantly on. But oh shoot, I forgot about this. Look who we got coming in. Someone sent over some Star-Lord footage. Star-Lord's been going on in the background this whole time. Look at that damage. He's hitting for 22,000 crits, 10,000 regular attacks. This is insane. 250 hits in less than 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Oh my god, 50,000, 50,000. He's maxing out the damage cap on Labyrinth of Legends Star-Lord. He's going down. The life bar is dropping visibly every single hit. Oh my god, 266 hits. Thanks so much to Beowulf for providing this footage. A link to his channel is in the description of this video. And it looks like this guy is barely going to be able to get in under 6 minutes. Can he do it? Oh, that evasion, is it gonna be enough? 57, 58, 59. He gets it in with 1 second to spare. Star-Lord, the OG of the contest. He cannot be beat in the Labyrinth. 283 hits, 5 minutes and 59 seconds. Star-Lord takes the win. I'm not gonna do a lot of Star-Lord footage. After seeing him just destroy this Star-Lord, it's just not fair. Any of these long fights, Star-Lord is going to win. We might feature him again in some shorter fights if it makes sense. But that was just insanity. He came out of nowhere to take the win. So now let's go back to what we got. You know, Spider-Man's in second place now because the Dark Horse came in and just blew by everybody. And Medusa's actually, she's lost a lot of ground. Spider-Man doesn't really let up, and I really think that that's because of the ability to parry often. You can see, I think the entire video, Star-Lord is just pinned against his back wall, and Medusa has to do a lot more baiting. Taunt is getting Spider-Man able to just taunt these special ones out so quickly. It's so rare that I even have to wait a millisecond for taunt to take effect. And I'm able to stay at 8 to 9 poise charges the whole time. Now that I'm in Assassin's range, it's going pretty quickly, and Medusa's still working on getting there. Blade's out. You know, people are lapping him. You know, they've already gone around. This is the if Red Hulk was the 1 mile on a track race, this is the 2 mile, and we've got the front runners already lapping Blade. So Spider-Man's got 10% left to kill. He's hitting pretty hard now. 10,000 medium, 6,000 or 7,000 light attack crits, and the special 2's critting for 18,000 damage each web shot, which is pretty great. 6% now left on him. I can't tell. It looks like Medusa's around 35% left, so she's going to be finishing up pretty soon as well. There's no ramp up for Medusa. She just has to kind of hit where keep that armor shatter up and try and get those nice heavy special 2's off. Spider-Man looks like he's got just a few more hits left in him, and then Star-Lord should drop. There goes Star-Lord, 458 hits. A pretty lengthy fight to solo. I've been doing some Labyrinth of Legends runs, and I can tell you, I don't think I've ever soloed a 3.3 million enemy yet, so it's not very common to get that high up in the hit count. This was like staged, quote unquote. So 8 minutes and 7 seconds for the Spider-Man. And Medusa is going to be clocking in. Let's see if we can estimate this. She looks like she has about 25% left. She's probably going to be around 11 minutes, if that makes sense. Yeah, because we're about 9 minutes now, 8:45, so that would be another 25%. So I'm thinking about 11 minutes there. Blade is looking over 20 minutes at this point. And don't worry, guys, you can already tell by the length of the video, but we won't be watching the full Blade kill. Well, we will in a way. We're going to be speeding that up. But Medusa, let's focus on Medusa right now because the Blade fight is just going. So she's hitting those. That's like a 50k special too. That's kind of like the Star-Lord one, except for the Star-Lord hit was hitting 50k on the pistol whip and then the gunshot. So he was actually hitting 100k special too, which is insane. And he was getting that max damage on such a low hit count. You know, he didn't even have to get to the 400 to start hitting those 50k special too. So guys, if you do have a Star-Lord and you don't care about prestige, and you haven't finished Labyrinth of Legends, oh my, I think that's a great option for you. If you do care about prestige, you might want to go with someone else. Medusa's got great prestige, and so does Blade. Spider-Man actually does not have that great prestige. Wow, look at that special 2 from Medusa. 11 bleeds on there. Those things are ticking like crazy with the deep wounds, and the permanent ones are still on there for just a little bit more as the armor shatter wears off, but she's going to have to reshatter that armor pretty soon here. So we got 7% left on the Medusa. We are a little bit, almost halfway through the second enrage timer, so plenty of time for Medusa to finish this up. And let's see if she can get that armor shatter off. Ooh, auto block just saved her. Or was that wasn't auto block, that was parry. So she's getting that second medium in, then she goes in for the special 1, get those 6 armor breaks. Armor is shattered. Now she's going to be hitting like a truck, especially with Assassin. Those 8K light crits. That's some heavy damage right there. And we've seen with double armor shatter, she can get up to like 15,000 medium crits, or even higher. So it looks like the last SB2 here. This thing might take him down. Ooh, it's very close. It looks like he might bleed out. And there he goes down. So 400 and... No, that was not 410 hits. He must have gotten hit. He must have lost his combo. So let's see here. The final stats on her. 722 hits, 10 minutes and 50. Oh, perfect. Almost 11... Just under 11 minutes. Now, Blade is taking forever, so we're definitely speeding him up. We're going to see exactly how many hits it takes in time. Thanks so much to Dorito for the endurance to get through this fight. He actually did not solo him. He tried multiple times. It was just too much time in the game, and there was just some slip-ups that happened. You know, the labyrinth evasion gets you. And so he did pop back in there to finish the Star-Lord off, just so that we could get sort of how much time was it actually going to take him. So he's back in there now. He healed up. Using blades for generation. He just popped a level 2 revive to get back in there, and he's doing everything he can. You know, he's bleeding Star-Lord. He's got Star-Lord pinned. He's getting some decent intercepting in as well. He's spamming that special 2. He's hitting the special 1 when it's appropriate, just to make sure Star-Lord's constantly bleeding. And the thing is danger sense is so important. And I apologize, the timer I have only goes to 15 minutes. So I did time it though. You'll have the timer at the end of the Blade's time is a mystery until we finish here. But yeah, without danger sense, Blade is just not the champion that everyone considers OP and god tier or whatever. You know, he really does need the danger sense to be active, and I think without danger sense, he's just another great champion. You know, he's still good, but I mean, certainly we're well over 1,000 hits at this point with Blade, and Star-Lord's not down. So it's just something to think about, you know, just something to think about. I want to stress again, if you get to this point in the video, that these tests are not scientific at all. These are races. They're for fun. We're just having a good time playing with our maxed 5-star champions. So anyway, Blade's about to finish up here. It looks like he's got one more special too. Oh, Star-Lord blocks it. I bet you it's so tiring at this point. He just wants to finish. He just wants to get out of this fight. He's got one more special too because the power meter is going back, and it looks like he takes him down finally. So the final hit count is 1,502 hits, 21 minutes and 45 seconds. It was a slugfest for sure. Blade was just brute forcing it over time to get through. But definitely take home of the day is that Star-Lord is the king of the labyrinth. If we do any more tests, I'm really interested to see how he does versus Realm of Legends Winter Soldier, because some of these champions have a much faster ramp-up time. I do think Medusa might win that one. I don't know if she's much faster, but like then we could do stuff like an Archangel. I'd actually really like to see a 565 Archangel versus Star-Lord, Labyrinth of Legends Star-Lord. But, you know, you can't always get what you want. All right, guys, we're getting close to 15 minutes. I don't want this video to go on forever. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for liking the other video. Everybody, I had some really good comments about the other video, and I hope that this one is received well as well. But you never know. You never know. So anyway, take care, guys, and stop by my live stream tomorrow if you want. I'm going to be doing Labyrinth of Legends one more time. Yet another path. Take care.